Okay, so we've got our 21 minute full body workout. We're going to start off a lateral lunge, quad stretch. So we're going to sit into the right hip, stand up tall, stretch the right quad. Inhale, exhale. So with it, I've got 7 different exercises. I'm going to run through three times, and I'm going to show a progression each time. So every time we step it up, every time we go through each round, we get a little bit more aggressive into it. It's important that we always listen to our body. So if you find that level 2 or 3 is not for you today, we go back to level 1. We shouldn't expect every day that our energy is the same levels. A lot of times we'll start off a little slower, and the more we warm up our body, the more we can go into exercises, maybe the more speed and the more aggressive we can go. So I'm going to do 2 more on this side and change. What you're going to find each of these, I'm going 60 seconds, and again that goes in the same 60 seconds at work, and again that goes in the same idea that our energy levels change day by day, especially as we age. So we only do what our body allows us to do. I find a lot of the time timing our exercise is better than counting reps, because if our energy is up we can go faster, or if our energy is down we can go slower, but we can still have a set time frame without getting too disheartened of not being able to hit a certain number. I'll also show you, I do have some equipment. I have one band. If you don't have a band, that's quite okay. I'll show you options to do without it. Last one. And done. Okay, from here I'm going to go shoulder circles. So nice tall posture, you're squeezing the glutes, chin is tucked in, thumbs are turned back, and we're rotating backwards. And then halfway or 3/4 of the way we'll change to forward rotations. But the main thing with this one, from the side you can see scapular retraction. Again, 60 seconds, and this is quite a tough one. So if it's too much, you can take your arms down, give them a roll, you can kneel down. This takes pressure off your low back and your abs. Last 15, now I'm going to come forward. Three, 2, and 1. Woo. Now I'm going to reverse lunge. So level 1 is just a basic reverse lunge. We'll work on that one side. If we're feeling pretty good and we want to challenge the stability, we can add a little rotation there. Down, rotate, stand up tall. Down, rotate, stand up tall from the side, head up, chop across that forward leg. The reason we don't want to rotate to the inside is it promotes that knee collapsing in. So we want to work on stabilizing through that left glute as we rotate. And change. Left leg. What you might find, especially on the changeover, you might find your balance is pushed quite a bit, so you might need to start a little slower. So, reverse lunge with a rotation. I'm starting to feel my mid-back starting to stretch, starting to loosen up. Another option could have been an overhead reach. Again, there's no right or wrong when it comes to moving your body, other than just get moving. Just move. 2 more. And done. Okay, so next one I'm going to squat down. I'm going to walk out to a push-up position. I'm going to push up. I'm going to hip drop. And then walk back in, stand up tall. So from the front, let's walk out, push up, hip drop, stretch out my low back, stand up tall. Down, walk out. If the push up is not for you, it can be walk out to a push up position and hold, or it can be walk out, knee tuck, and then walk back in. Your workout, your set, what feels good for you. Oh, I missed my hip drop there. And I'm gonna do bonus 1 and then my last one in the set, a plank. 2 elbows down. Important thing here is tuck that pelvis forward, shoulder blades back and down. I'm squeezing my glutes. And I'm focusing on my breathing. Again, for those of you who are pretty fit and strong, if you don't need that much of a warm-up, you can go into leg lifts, you can go into punches, you can go into plank jacks, we can go up, down, downs. For me right now, I'm just gonna hold. Last 15. And then I'm gonna go through that set again, but I'm gonna make a few little alterations. Second round, I'm gonna pick up the pace a little. 3, 2, and 1. So at this stage, if you need, I would hit pause, grab some water. If not, we're gonna do lateral lunge, lateral lunge. So the only difference between this and the last one is the absence of the quad stretch. I'm starting to feel my heart rate jump up. A couple of things when we do our lateral lunge. You want to make sure when we take that step out, your knee doesn't collapse over your toe. You sit back into that glute. Step, sit into that glute. Really awesome exercise for opening hips. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so next one I'm going to come to, it's a squat and reach, or a squat and press. So if it's a squat to reach, all I'm going to do is squat down, reach up high, drop down, reach up high, or if I have my band, I can go feet in, hands on my shoulders. It's a light band, squat and press. You can also do this if you're at home with books, if you read, no magazines or newspapers, but heavier books, tins of beans, bottles of water, kids, dogs, whatever you have. Just remember, keep the shoulder blades down, inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. And 1 more. So with this, it's a continuously looped resistance band, so there isn't a lot of tension on. I think the maximum goes to 35 pounds for the purpose of this. I just want to get more activation. So I'm going to come back to my reverse lunge. This time I'm going to open up, stand up tall. Reverse lunge, right arm opens up, stand up tall. If I want to step this up, I can do one of 2 things. I can rotate, challenge that stability a little bit more, or I can rotate and then drive that knee up to a single leg balance. Starting to feel that stability now as that knee comes up. One more. 60 seconds. And change side. If you're following my pace, fantastic. If not, slow it down. Go to a pace that works for you. If you're even able to go further, faster, fantastic. Don't be shy of pushing hard when you have energy. So my next exercise is going to be posture work. Because I have my band, I'm going to go for a set of rows. If you don't have a band, you're at the playground or you're at home, you're going to look for some sort of a pulling motion. So it can be in chin-ups, assisted chin-ups, leaning off stairs, grabbing on. If you have nothing at all, what we can do is some scapular protractions, retraction. So in that case, this is your protraction, retraction. But we would do that in a bear plank on the ground. Protract, retract, level 1, level 2, knees off the ground, level 3, push-up position. But because I have my band, I'm gonna loop it onto an anchor and I'm just gonna roll. If I wanted to step it up, I could squat to row also. Shoulders down, nice tall posture. I'm gonna do a few bonus reps because it took me a while to set up. Three, 2, and 1. Okay, and now with every pulling exercise, we want to have a pushing. Because I have my band, I'm gonna press, chest press. So keeping that band on. Press out, come back, press out, come back. So there's 3 different options I can do here with the band. Oh, sorry, 2 with the band, 1 without. So I can do this, or I can just take the continuously loop band onto my back and press forward. That might be too light. Press forward. I can add a squat. And because I only have 15 seconds left on this pressing motion, I'm gonna add push-ups. 3, 2, and 1. And then the last one in this set will be mountain climbers. Push-up position, knee to elbow, squeeze the abs and pause. Knee to elbow, squeeze the abs and pause. So this is our slow controlled version. If you're more energetic right now and you want to run it out, go for it. I got 15 seconds and then I'm moving into my last set. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Whew. Okay, so that's 2 rounds down, 1 to go. So, if any of the other 2 were just the right level, stick with it. If not, on our last one, we're gonna do that lateral lunge. But what I'm gonna do is bound, bound. There's a few variations you can do in this one. We can continue with this, or we could jump and stick, skaters. Doesn't matter. Both of them are very similar movements. This one I find a little bit more challenging, so I'm gonna stick with it for my last 20 seconds. 2, and 1. Okay, so next one I'm going to go horizontal shoulder press. So I'm lying face down on the ground, hands are at shoulder height. I'm going to tuck my chin in, and I'm going to press my hands away from my body, keep my hands off the ground. Press, extend, come back. Now when you're doing this, the most important thing, keep those shoulder blades pulled back and down. Try and keep that scapular retraction as we press forward. And done. Okay, from there I'm coming into a side plank. So I'm going to leave my right elbow down. Then put my hips up. Okay, so a couple of variations. We can go side plank from your knee and extend that top leg up. So this one you're going to find the workload is a little bit more in the top glute. So the bottom glute will still be working, but you're going to find more activation here than you would in a regular side plank. Again, there's no right or wrong. It's do what works for you today. If you are going ahead and doing a fourth set, you can change it up. You want to make sure that shoulder blade is right under your wrist. Under your wrist, under your elbow. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, you have the option, you can leave one knee down, lift that top heel. So it gives the abs a little bit of a rest, but works on the glute medius a little bit more. And for my last 30, I'm gonna go back to a full-on plank. Last 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. 3 exercises to go. Squats for the basic one, squat jumps for the more advanced. If you really want to impress me, we can do 180 jumps. If it gets too much, slow it down with basic squats, maybe even a calf raise. For my last 20, I'm going to come back to those jumps. After this, I'm coming into crunches, so it'll be a nice easy rest. Bike crunches in 3, 2, and 1. Whew. So bike crunches on your back, knees up over your hips. You're gonna bring your right elbow to your left knee, extend the other leg, pause. Up, crunch, pause. And just to spice it up, I'm gonna go fast for 15, slow for my last 15. And slow for the last 15. Oh. Up. 3, 2, 1. Whew. 1 to go. Must be an easy one. Oh yeah, burpees. All right, 60 seconds work. Here we go. Down, push up, in, jump up. Down, push up, in, jump up. Whew. At this stage, if it's getting too much, you can tweak any part of it. You can leave the push up out, stand up. You can add the jump. You can add a double push up. Go where you need to go to finish the last 30 seconds feeling good about what you've just completed. 1 burpee, 1 calorie. 3 more in 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Whew. And done. It's your 21-minute workout. 28 minutes if you do round 4. Enjoy.